Well, from Paris to New York, Aussie supermodel Jessica Hart is taking over the globe. One of the hottest names in fashion, the 28-year-old Aussie is making headlines for all the right reasons.
So shine bright tonight, you're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Cover girl, Victoria's Secret angel, style icon. There's no stopping supermodel Jessica Hart. The down-to-earth Aussie, famous for her gap-toothed smile, launched onto the fashion scene back in 2000 when she won Dolly magazine's CoverGirl competition. Since then, she's been the face of iconic brands Sea Folly, Portman's and designer label Louis Vuitton. Off the catwalk, Jessica's found love with shipping heir Stavros Niarchos. The pair, the darlings of paps and party planners from Paris to New York. Watch out, Heidi and Miranda, this angel's ready to soar. And I'm pleased to say that Jessica Hart joins me now. Good morning to you, Jess.
Good morning.
How cute is that Dolly cover?
Oh, isn't it? It's such a little flashback with my dark hair.
Yeah.
I love that.
Is that, you know, when you look at what you've just seen of your life, the way it's almost flashed before your eyes over the last 14 years since you won Dolly CoverGirl back in 2000, is this what you imagined it was all going to be like?
Never in a million years would have I imagined this. It's crazy. No, not at all. I remember that shoot so well too.
Yeah?
It was amazing.
I think the first one is always the one that's kind of etched because that's the launching pad for everything else.
The first time I was on a photo shoot and I got to travel up here to Sydney, it was the biggest thing at the time. Who would have known?
There was a lot of talk at the time about your gorgeous gap in your teeth. But as we know, that you know, modelling and Hollywood and all of those places can sometimes want to take away those individual beautiful things about a model. Was there ever any pressure to take the gap away?
No, there wasn't. It was quite the opposite, actually. When I won that, I won a contract with Chadwick's, and in the contract it said that I was not to close it. I never felt much, I was never kind of self-conscious about it. It was always just that.
That's
I mean,
so
there's
good to hear.
definitely people that don't like it, but...
Well, you won't find any of them here. Working with Victoria's Secret and becoming an angel, how big a thing is that as a model?
It's huge. It's a huge benchmark in our industry. I think that that's about as kind of big as it gets, I feel like. And it's a lot of fun, and they're great to work with, and yeah, it's one of those things that just, I still can't believe I'm doing.
It's become so hotly contested, though, and there's always talk when people do become Victoria's Secret angels and when they don't. A lot of pressure?
There is. It's funny because, so I work with them a lot, I've got a great relationship, but I still don't even know if I'm going to do this year's show. So
they keep you guessing,
They keep you guessing. I have to go to the casting and, you know, see all these people I see all the time again and say, hi, what about this year? Kind of thing. So it's quite interesting, but there is a lot of pressure on that one.
You caused a few headlines last time round when you made a comment about Taylor Swift, suggesting, in fact you said, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm not quite sure that Taylor Swift fits in.
Yeah, I did not, I would never imply something like that about Taylor Swift. I think that she is America's sweetheart. She's someone that I think when I have children, I would love my children to be looking up to. And so, however that got manipulated, it happened. But they're just some of the things that you have to deal with, I guess.
Well, and you also have to deal with paparazzi. We showed in that package there that you and Stavros really do get followed around. Is that difficult, or do you kind of build it into your relationship?
We don't get followed. It's just where we live, there happens to be a lot of photographers. So, I mean, they don't follow us, but if I'm leaving or walking my dog, they're just there, and that's just part of it. But, I mean, if they followed, it might be a bit more annoying. But it's just they're there sometimes, and it's okay. You've
stayed very, very grounded, and I know that you grew up in country Victoria in Ballarat. Do you think that's part of what makes Aussie models in such high demand? You all seem to stay very grounded.
I think Australians in general, I feel like we get a very good rap. Everyone just loves us. I don't know if we just have good attitudes or just laid back, but I feel like Australians in general have a pretty good attitude towards life, so it's everyone seems to love it.
Another great thing about Aussie models, even going back to Elle Macpherson, is You try and give yourself something more than just modelling to give yourself that longevity in the industry. You become businesswomen, and we've seen it with Miranda Kerr, many of you, and you've started up a makeup line. Tell us about that.
I've just launched Luma, which has been in the works for 3 years now, and it's my little baby, and it's great. Yeah, we do modelling. I've been modelling for so many years, and it's nice to have control over something. We don't have any control over that industry. It's just kind of, you're told what to do and where to be. And so it's really nice to have something that I can put full creative control into, and I've grown to love makeup and the art of it and what it can do.
What's unique about this line?
Well, it's everything I love. I have put 100% of my life into it over the past 3 years, so every product is only what I would use and have approved. It's as natural as it can be. It's not tested on animals, it's paraben-free. We've done as much of that as we can while still having a great product.
You've ticked all the boxes, and the colours are gorgeous as well.
Thank you.
Jessica, it's lovely to have you in the studio. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Take care.